You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, my goodness. Herb Simon. In case you don't know who Herb Simon is, he owns the Indiana Pacers. He also owns the Indiana Fever. You got your ears on, Herb. I understand you're 91 years old. Whoever your handler is, whoever is running the entire basketball operations, something's got to be done. You got to do something about the leadership with the Indiana Fever, the front office, and one Stephanie White. I don't know what this franchise is doing. This is a franchise that badly needs bigs. And my God, if they have not gone out here and signed another guard. Hell, I'm out here telling people, yeah, we probably can't sign Kate Martin because we got too many guards. Shit, you made all of us look like fools. You went and signed another guard anyway, and it wasn't Kate Martin. What the is going on? And then we got Stephanie White. The one thing that was deadly in the Indiana Fever's arsenal was the pick and roll game between Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. You heard me say it. Stockton and Malone style. Stephanie White even said Stockton and Malone style. Before she even got hired, I was talking about John Stockton to feeding Karl Malone, and it was deadly. Nobody could stop it. And there has not been a damn thing that showed any team in this league could stop Caitlin Clark feeding Aaliyah Boston. But after 14 games, Stephanie White has said, nah, you're not going to see the pick and roll anymore. And guess what? The other day we saw it twice. I think. Twice? Maybe? Are you kidding me? You have abandoned it? You've abandoned something else that worked. Well, I guess you probably did because that's the only way your girl, Kelsey Mitchell, is going to get off. Again, I'm not trying to hate on Kelsey Mitchell. I'm not. This got nothing to do with her. Dynamic scorer. One of the best dynamic scorers in the league. Not named Kennedy Carter. But exactly in what pecking order is Caitlin Clark now? Is she third? Shit, before we know it, Caitlin Clark's going to be coming off the bench as a sixth man because I'm starting to wonder, has the back been hurt? Was it hurt last year? And a byproduct of the hurt back is a bad groin and a bad hip flexor and all that? Or did the bad hip flexor and the groin cause the back injury compensating? One of the two, they can go hand in hand. Yeah, by the way, you're not doing all of that stuff that Stephanie White's been talking about. Oh, you're going into the blue tent and all that. You're not doing that unless there is an issue. Otherwise, that's the first time I've ever heard of that in the history of sports, me covering it and or consuming it. First time ever. We have signed a guard, Bree Hall, to a player developmental contract. We have signed guard Bree Hall. I got nothing against Bree Hall, but it's a guard. I mean, we needed guards like we need to catch rabies. I mean, seriously. Like we all need the swine flu is how we needed a guard. This is ridiculous. I don't... What the F? You signed another guard to the same contract the Sparks gave Kate Martin. I mean, honestly, we signed our final developmental player. Yeah, go on. Another guard. People, F it. I mean, what are we doing? Are you kidding? Another guard. Please tell me this is a joke. How are we supposed to take this franchise serious? We need rim protectors. I mean, what is happening here? Fever front office had the option of hiring someone who would make Caitlin Clark more comfortable, but you chose to feed the clan that hates Caitlin Clark. And you've done this several times already. It can't be coincidence. Fever doesn't deserve CC. Free CC. Are you people afraid to get a big? Nothing against Hall, but a guard is not going to solve your problems. Again, you need a big. Never mind. This unserious franchise is turning the Indiana Fever into South Carolina women's basketball. Good hell to the Lord have mercy. We don't need that. Another guard. I guess they didn't see that they got out rebounded. I mean, here we go. How about Stephanie White? Talking about the two-man game is now gone with the wind.
To that point, I've watched a lot of Aaliyah Boston and Unrivaled even coming into this, and she is such a powerhouse that I think, like, I know she's going to be happy to have Caitlin back because that was one of the high targets in the league of that two-man game. So what does that look like now? Even Raven moving Caitlin off the ball, having a two-man game with Aaliyah Boston, like, you have a lot of weapons, and people sometimes don't realize, like, that's when, like, the coaches now, it's your job to mesh that whole thing together and make it work.
Yeah, I think creating space for C and AB to do what they do in the two-man game, you probably aren't going to see it necessarily on the first side of the floor anymore. Everybody's game plan is ready for that. I think playing through AB as a hub and inverting some of those actions. I mean, she showed last year that she can be a point forward, so to speak. I mean,
You literally 14 games. The whole league's ready for that. No, they're not. Stop it. Christ.
He handled a lot of our ball handling duties with Caitlin off the floor. We want to play through her. We want those two to be able to play off of one another, but we also got to create space for Kelsey Mitchell. I mean, Kelsey Mitchell is an elite guard who can get her shot off at any time, who can get downhill, who can create matchup problems, who can create rotations to allow Aaliyah and Caitlin's job to be.
To that point, I've watched.
Not only that, but by all means, send your coach in to do an interview with one of the biggest Caitlin Clark haters on the planet. I'm gonna use a word you don't hear very often anymore. Cahoots. Are you motherfuckers all in cahoots together? Y'all got that CBA and said, nah, we're good. We got it now. I hate to break it to you. The one thing you better be concerned about is that media rights deal. Because there are ways that networks can go back to leagues and say, we're not getting what we signed up for. Uh-oh. And then they got to start giving, oh shit, you're not delivering the ratings we were hoping to get. Because the advertisers are going to be like, these aren't the ratings we signed up for. Well, no shit. You got Caitlin Clark playing off the ball, and a third of the people's tuning in. By the way, there were empty seats at that game. People were not willing to pay up to resellers to buy those tickets. This was Stephanie White when she got hired.
Anticipate what one another was going to do, how they facilitated with one another. But there's so much room for growth. You know, and when you think about a Stockton and Malone, right? You think, I know you guys are too young for that reference. But when you think about the great point guards and post players that our game, not just our league, but our game has seen, They are going to go down in history as the greatest. And I'm excited about the anticipate what.
Okay. You said it. I didn't. Well, technically I did before you ever came along, but you're a used car salesman. You're a fucking ambulance chaser. You're the worst of the... I mean, what are we doing? Bogus bill of goods. I mean, did they send you in undercover to try to kill her career at this point? I mean, all this conspiracy stuff, remember how many conspiracies have turned out to be real? That everybody thought everybody was crazy? What is happening here? This is wild shit, to be honest with you. And I swear to God, if the Pacers ownership, I have been long since saying there's no way they will ever let Caitlin Clark get away, because any legit owner will fire scorch nuclear earth before they let that marketing juggernaut walk out of their franchise and go somewhere else. I mean, I would fire everyone. Boy, and we're 0-1. One home game to an inferior team, you just dropped it. Yes, they're an inferior team. Oh, well, they hit a bunch of open shots. No shit. Because your defensive guru couldn't come up with a plan. So they got open shots. That's the Fever's fault. Them getting an open shot is yeah. Lack of length. Oh my God. Let's sign another guard. Oh, they're stopping the Stockton Malone game. They didn't even touch it, and you took it away. Ain't no way. And you got people out there trying to convince, oh, she's such a good coach. Okay. Agenda. Everybody's got agenda. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.